so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all times. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program. Thank you so much.
If you feel you cannot match the energy of our Prime Minister, create your own force and begin to pursue the Biafra struggle the way you know you can be able to pursue it. As our spokesperson have said, if you get the Biafra before us, we will meet in Biafra land. If we get the Biafra before you, we will still meet in Biafra land. Biafra cannot be like the zoo. There will be the law court to decide who performed and who did not perform. And for everything you and I are doing online and offline, our court will be there to decide who is on the right path. If our court said you are free, that you did well, you will be free indeed and enjoy your stay in Biafra land. But if our court find you guilty, you will face the full wrath of law in Biafra land. That is why there is no need listening to people who talk trash online and people who, everything we are saying today, even if you delete it, we are keeping record for you. Everything I'm saying here, even if I delete it, the record will still be there. So why wouldn't you pursue the right course and follow the right direction and do what you have to do? Obey simple instruction. Simple instruction, obey it. You wouldn't obey instruction. At the same time, you'll be complaining. You are asking questions. The answer I'll be giving to you to apply. You're not applying it, and yet you are busy being a distractor. How long shall we continue to complain? How long shall we continue to distract? How long shall we continue to listen to words that are not needed? Why must you continue to pay attention to irrelevant things? Don't pay attention to irrelevant words. Pay attention to issues that matters. There are a lot of issues that matters that we need to think about. There are a lot of issues that we need to think about. There are a lot of things to do. Our enemies are stepping up their own game, fighting us right, left, and center, changing dimension, using all manner of weapons and means to attack us. The least you can do is to begin to look at your own brother who is pursuing the cause of the struggle to make sure that things work fine. You spend your own energy in fighting your own brother, and you think that is the right thing to do? You think that is the right thing to do? Why don't you spend that your energy and focus on our enemies? Why don't you spend that your energy and talk about the enemies that are surrounded us right, left, and center? Why don't you commit that your energy on the things that matters? Why do you spend your precious time looking at those who are not looking at you? Why are you spending precious time making yourself an enemy to the Biafran people? And some of us don't learn from experience. If we learn from experience, you can understand and know that no amount of attack against our spokesperson, the new Prime Minister of Biafra Republic in exile, there's no amount of attack that you bring to him that will bring him down. The more you attack him, the more you catapult him to the highest height. The more you call him names, the more you make him popular. The more you think you are bringing him down, the more you lift him up. And that upliftment will continue until Biafra comes. It doesn't matter whether you agree or you don't agree. It doesn't matter whether you pay attention or you don't pay attention. It doesn't matter the angle you think you're coming from. It doesn't matter what you call yourself or what you think you are. We will continue to make waves. And Mazi Simon Ekpa will continue to project to the highest height. Today, the whole world is talking about him. You can't mention Biafra struggle today without calling Mazi Simon Ekpa. In this restoration move, in this new dimension, Mazi Simon Ekpa is on top of the game. And he has made it possible that you cannot forget Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you can't forget him. There's no way you can. Their plan was to dump Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the dungeon and forget him. But as it stands today, you can't forget Mazi Nnamdi, because immediately you mention Mazi Simon Ekpa, the next thing that will come into your mind is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that was the duty he's supposed to perform, and he's doing it perfectly well. Today, even their conventional media, their newspaper, they report every single statement that is being made by our Prime Minister. They report it and they recognize it. It is no longer business as usual. Just as I said, we have gone past the stage of agitation. We have gone past that stage. We are in the restoration stage. And in this restoration stage, every hand must be on deck. The only thing you can do is to ask yourself, what is my own role? Ask yourself, what is your own role? And begin to play that role immediately. Don't wait. Don't waste your time. Choose your own part, choose your own role, and begin to play that role now, not tomorrow. Any role you know you can play for the coming of Biafra, any role you can play for the acquisition of Biafra, whatever role you know that you can play, begin to play that role now. Because where we are now, Biafra must come. It doesn't matter whether you agree or you don't agree. It doesn't matter whether you support it or you support it. It doesn't matter whether you are prepared or you're not prepared. We are following the appointed time of Chukwu. And in that appointed time, we have keyed into it and we gave ourselves the target 2023 that Biafra will become a reality. That is why you see our spokesperson, Master Simon Eba, taking different kinds of decisions, taking decisions on daily basis, advancing forward every minute. It doesn't matter what anybody does. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It doesn't matter what you say. Victory will be ours. Victory will be ours. Exactly, my sister Gloria. Exactly. They spend their time and their money and their data fighting against autopilot, fighting against Master Simon Ekpa, fighting against the new dimension. Instead of spending that time on revealing the evil against their own people. Instead of spending that time to tell the world what their people is going through, spend that time to expose the enemy. You don't do that. You come online, you spend hours, spend your data hours talking against autopilot, talking against our Prime Minister, talking against new dimension. And at the end of the day, you find out that you have only ended up in promoting them. You have only ended up in promoting the struggle. You have only ended up in exalting the struggle. You have only ended up in giving us a step ahead. Even when you thought you were fighting against us, you didn't know that you were doing us good. There are a lot of work to do as Biafrans. There are a lot of things to do. Why are you not doing what you're supposed to do? There are a lot of areas you can occupy in this struggle and talk about. There are so many topics to discuss. The things that are happening in that very contract, there are so many things to talk about. A lot of things are happening that we must talk about. A lot of information are coming that we must reveal. So many things many people have not heard. Why don't you spend your precious time to bring those information before the world? Why do you spend your time on minutes? You spend your time making people laugh at you. Even when we have crossed the stage where they looked at us as miscreant, now you are returning yourself back to the level of miscreant. You are returning your back to the level of a miscreant. We have made it clear that we have outgrown and we passed the stage of agitation. During agitation, when you blackmail unnecessary, you talk unnecessary word, you say things without evidence. But in the time of restoration, this is the time of engagement. In this time of restoration, it's the time of engagement, government to government. That is what we do. Talk to well-meaning people. And for you to talk to government in government, that is why you have to use a government to talk to government. That was why we are able to activate fully the Biafran Republic government in exile for those engagements. And those engagements have started. The new Prime Minister of Biafra government in exile is not waiting for you. He's not waiting for any one of you that is there talking trash. He doesn't care. Every of our liaison offices have been activated. You have seen that of United States. You saw the one of Finland, which I just posted. Very soon, that of South Africa is going to open. Germany is coming up. UK is coming up. Our liaison offices are opening around the world. And yet, you are there asking, what is he doing? What do you want him to do? When are you going to wake up? But of course, I know those who are asking those questions are those ignorant ones, those distractors who has nothing to offer. They have nothing to offer, and they do not want to step aside and allow those who have things to offer it. That is how bad it is. But it doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter how they try to distract us. No matter their weapon of warfare, we will continue to fight them head on until we get into Biafra land. No amount of their distraction can take us back. Just as our Supreme Amazon Nandekano said, we have crossed the Rubicon. We have gotten to the land of no return, and there's no going back. The zoo themselves knows that. That is why they came into the illustration that they said it. The zoo themselves know it. They know that today Biafran restoration has started. That it is no longer just agitation. They know that the Prime Minister of Biafran Republic government in exile is not a joker. He's not playing. He's not just like anybody you see on the street. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. And when he tells you his target, he's pursuing that target. He's not just walking on the ground. He walks on the ground and he comes out in the open and tells Biafrans, this is what I have done. This is what I have achieved. Even as you're watching me, he's still engaging. He's still in several engagements. Engaging Biafrans, engaging foreign countries, engaging countries and engaging organizations, engaging people that matters. Only if Chukwu Okara can open your eyes and show you the people and the place our Prime Minister is entering. Only then and then you will know what you have done to yourself. Those of you that are castigating Master Manekwa, if only Chukwu Okara can open your eyes at least for a second for you to see where Master Manekwa has gone to and the things he has done and the doors is opening, you will have every reason to continue to pray for him and thank him. My fellow Biafrans that is watching, any place you're watching from, please, obedience is better than sacrifice. If you love Mazen Nandekano, obey his words. Obey the words of his servant. When he told you, listen to Mazen Simon Ekpa and share his messages. When he told you that new dimension is coming. When he told you to be consistent in your words, keep those words in your heart. Obedience is better than sacrifice. You're calling for the release of Mazen Nandekano, shouting and talking, only talking, and making some unnecessary voice messages. That will not solve the problem. Obedience to the word matters a lot. Today we are preparing for the coming seat at home. I hope you are preparing yourself. 29th and 30th of May have been mapped out. How prepared are you? Prepare yourself for the coming seat at home. This civil disobedience is one of the strongest ways we engage our enemies. Civil disobedience. Civil disobedience is one of the strongest ways we engage our enemies. How prepared are you to engage? How prepared? Are you still sleeping? Is it not yet time for you to wake up? Prepare yourself against the coming 29th and 30th of May. It is going to be a seat at home. Civil disobedience is going to do us a lot of work because it has done a lot for us. You and I know that civil disobedience have done us a lot of good. We have achieved a whole lot through civil disobedience. Even though there has not been 100% compliance. If we can be able to get even 80% compliance, if we can get 80% compliance in all states in Biafra land, if we can get 80% compliance in all states in Biafra land, I bet you Mazen Nandekano will not be in detention. Mazen Nandekano will not be in detention. But because some people are dragging their leg, while we are preaching, some people are preaching something different. While we are speaking, some people are speaking on a different tone. And because of that, so many things are not done the way it's supposed to do. We don't. So many things are not done the way it's supposed to be done. But I tell you, we must be consistent in our words. We must continue to do what we are supposed to do and pursue the right cause. We must continue to do what we are supposed to do. Every one of us that calls ourselves Biafrans, wherever you are, obey the messages of Mazen Nandekan and do what he has told you. Be consistent. Mazen Nandekan said, consistency is the key, and consistency remains the key. It doesn't matter whether you like it, whether you don't like it. Mazen Nandekan himself made it clear that Biafra must come. Whether you fight for it or you don't fight for it, it must come. Even if all the Biafrans reject and say they are not going to go for it, Chukwu Okike Abiama will by himself do it. And remember, Mazen Nandekan told us that Biafra will come in such a way that everybody will say it is only miracle. No man will take the glory. And that is where we are headed. Some of you don't know what is coming. Some of you don't know what is coming. That is why you are taking our words for a joke. But it doesn't matter whether you believe it or you don't believe it. We will continue to speak. I have chosen my own path. I have chosen the path to speak to Biafran people. I have chosen the path to sensitize Biafran people. I have chosen to keep in touch with my people and let them know what is happening. And I will keep to that path, regardless what happens. Whether I see people to talk to or not. Whether people listen or they don't listen. I will continue to speak. And at the last day, Chukwu Okike Abiama will be me witness. He will be me witness that I spoke. I said what I knew. I reminded you. I am not preaching anything different from what Mazen Nandekan have preached in the past. I'm not preaching anything different from what our spokesperson, Mazen Simon Ekpa, and the new Prime Minister of the Biafran government in Israel is saying. I am doing exactly what they are doing. I'm just a reminder. I'm just reminding you. Whether you take it or you leave it, whether you believe it or don't believe it, I am just a reminder, reminding you of something that you have forgotten. In case you have forgotten, Biafra will come. Biafra will come. And it's coming very, very soon. Prepare yourself to go home. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect everybody that have participated in this very broadcast today. I appreciate everyone who has participated. Every hand that has shared this video today, Chukwu Okike Abiama will bless you. If you have not shared, please kindly share. Share the video, share it to every platform you belong, share it to WhatsApp group, share it to family and friends. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect every Biafran, wherever you are watching from. Guide and protect every Ududua person, every Middle Beltant, every genuine agitator, everybody that is genuinely fighting for freedom, regardless where you come from, regardless your ethnicity, regardless your belief, regardless your religion, as long as you are genuinely seeking for freedom, Chukwu Okike Abiama will guide and protect you and will give you freedom in your lifetime. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect all the Biafran people, guide and protect all our media warriors that are speaking on different platforms daily. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect the Umuada. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our ESN, the Biafran Liberation Army. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect them. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect the BNL. Every forces on the ground that are fighting to protect the Biafran land and to secure us. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every one of us. No weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazen Simon Ekpa, wherever he is. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect him, secure him, give him more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Protect him from every attack, both spiritually and physically. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to be with him. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekan. Wherever our supreme leader is today, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekan. Secure him, guide and protect him. Every attack against Mazen Nandekan, every infection that they have planned against him will never have power. Whatever poison they have injected into the body of Mazen Nandekan will be neutralized. Every evil plan against Mazen Nandekan will never stand. May Chukwu Okike Abiama send his angels and doctors to immunize Mazen Nandekan against every infection. Whatever thing they want to infect him with in that very place he is, it will never work. It will never stand. It will never stand. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect Mazen Nandekan, secure him, cover him with his hands, that no power shall penetrate him, no evil shall befall him, no sickness shall come upon him. May Chukwu Okike Abiama grant him strength and more strength, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and more revelations for him daily. I appreciate everyone that have watched. No weapon formed or fashioned against us, Biafran, shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Supreme Damasin Nandekano shall prosper. I appreciate every one of you who has participated on this very program. Thank you so much for joining. I will see you again tomorrow by the special grace of School. Thank you so much and stay safe. Bye-bye.